Hello and welcome to Lynny's Crochet. Today I'll be teaching a very friendly, beginner-friendly scarf. So I'll be using the 5.0 teal, blue teal soft secret yarn. It's very soft. It's here's the details for you. I recently purchased these at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is my favorite craft store now. Michael's is too, but Hobby Lobby's my favorite because that's everything we like. Me and my family love to go there. So, first we're going to chain. Chaining is easy once you learn how. I hold my hook like this. Everybody holds it differently, I think. Some people hold more like that. I do it like this for my comfort. My hand's a little messed up, so I can't do your traditional looping through because it gets crampy. So I just wrap around my hand like that and work like this. So wrap around the hook. Actually, first slip knot. So a slip knot I do is easy. I wrap around my finger like that. I lift this part over, I pull that part up to where it sticks out like a loop, insert my hook, sorry about that, okay, I let go of it, wrap around, pull up, one more time, okay, wrap around, pull up, and then pull up again, like that. Twice you pull it through. Then it becomes a slip knot. Okay, see, everybody makes mistakes. So, now we will chain. Let's see, today I think I will do, I like to go with about 21 chain, 20, how about 25 chains? I'll do 20 this time, and then chain a couple, you chain more so you could do your work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sometimes it catches in those threads, so you have to be careful. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I'll do 21, 22, let's see, that long, not too wide, not too narrow, then let's see, so 22 out of 23 for this one. And then chain one more, and then you're going to insert into this center of this. I do the center. Sometimes you can do you flip it over and you do the back loop, and then it will look the same on the other side. But if I do fringe, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be hidden anyway. So I'll do single crochet first. So just you have that working loop. And you're going to put it through this first one. Excuse me if I mess up. I mess up a lot. I've been crocheting for years. So I think the next one will be this. So it's going to bring it down to about 22 chains. So I'll count it out when I'm done. So this is one single crochet. So you brought that up on the looper. You put that through the that first chain, and you have to go. You have to make the make the yarn come over. You got that yarn on that hook like that. It's gonna pull with this piece, and then you pull it through. Then you have two loops up here. See? Then you're gonna wrap that around again, and then you're gonna pull through both of those. Okay? And then you continue the process all the way down. So put in through the second chain, the loop, the yarn should just be right there usually. Pull it through that hole together with, it'll be on there together with that loop. And you'll have those two loops you pull through. So you do the same. You put it through that hole. Keep it on top. That piece, the working piece on top. Hook it through. Pull it. Then you have to wrap around and pull through. I have to let go a lot because the way I hold my yarn in my hand. Okay. The next one is insert through number 3. Got your hook. Pull that through. It should be already there. At least it is from the way I hold my yarn. But you could put it there if you need to, of course. Pull through 2. 1 on the hook. Go through the 4th. Got that yarn there for the most part you do. Pull that through. There's 2. Pull through 2. Currently I'm teaching my granddaughter and she's been picking it up okay. I taught my oldest granddaughter too. She's 13 now. My youngest granddaughter's 8. She's learning the process of single crochet and through me and watching other videos. Kid-friendly videos such as mine. So pull that, put that through the center, take the hook, pull through, and then you're going to pull through, wrap the hook, pull through 2. That's number 5, I think. I also lose track of my counting, so excuse me now. My granddaughters have inspired me to do videos, and I've always wanted to, so in the current teaching with my youngest granddaughter has sparked me to do these videos. So I hope they're helpful to anyone who's learning to crochet. Kid friendly, of course. That's how I am with my videos. So put that through. Catch that yarn. You have it on your hook. There's 2. You wrap around that piece. Hook there. Slowly pull through. You got one hook on the hook. You go back into the next. You wrap around. You pull through. And you wrap around. And pull through again. And you put into the next. Grab it, pull through, wrap around, pull through 2 loops again. Put through the hoop, the chain stitch, and grab that yarn, pull through, wrap it around slowly, and pull through 2. You got 1 again. Put through, that chain stitch, you're going to catch that, pull it through as well, wrap around, and pull through too. And I'll just finish these so you can concentrate. I won't speak. Make sure you get through all those little threads, because if you don't, it will separate the yarn and won't look good. It won't work. I have learned to crochet at a young age. I was 7, and I was in my Sunday school class. And my teacher was a little older, and she taught us all how to crochet. I crocheted a cross that day. And then years go by, life happens, and I start up again in my 20s. Had 3 kids, and I was a stay-at-home. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Now I'm a stay-at-home grandma. Stay-at-home mom, and I started crocheting and beading and doing all kinds of things. Sewing is not one of my things, but beading and crochet, and currently art. I love to draw. Art and crochet and beading. Painting some, and I love teaching my grandkids. One of my grandkids, my oldest grandson, he loves to draw. He told me the other day, I learned to draw from like you, Grandma. I said, yes, you did. And you got even better than me. I said, no, you were better than Grandma. I said, nope, you've gotten better at certain things. We both draw different things. And he goes, yes, we do draw different things. He's 10, so he's quite the artist. He's been drawing since he was at least 5. And so he's good with people and things like that. I'm good with nature and animals and stuff like that. And now, also my oldest granddaughter, she's 13, and she's been drawing a lot too, since she was about 6 or so. I think she was about 8. And then, now, my youngest granddaughter is 8, so that's a good age to learn. But she started drawing at least 3 years ago, too. And now, my baby grandson, the youngest of all, he's 4, almost 5, he'll be 5 this month. And he is now starting to draw, and then the funny thing is, it came up to me yesterday, he goes, Grandma, I crochet, I want to crochet. It was so cute. Okay. Now sometimes I can't get this little piece here, but it doesn't always matter. But it depends on what you're doing, because I'm going to have fringe on this, so it's going to hide. So, this is all my single crochets, as you see. And then you go back to this one on the hook here, and you're going to wrap around. And for me, I chain up 1. I don't know if you feel like you need to do more or not, but for me, 1 is good. So then I start back into here. You see, it's just a process of repeating. That's why I love crochet, because I learn best with repeating. Make sure you go into these 2 top loops. They're hard to see at first if you're not familiar. There's 2 top hoops, and they're the shape of the hook, so you'll be able to put the hook through, and you'll notice it's like a V shape. See the shapes of the hook. 2 of them are there, so you're going to have 2. You're going to go through 2. There's other patterns to learn about that. I'll teach that later in other videos. So you wrap around just the same, and you pull through that, and then again you've got 2 more up there. See, 2 more hoops on the hook. You wrap around, and then you pull through those 2. See, like that. And you have 1 there. Then you're gonna go. There's another hole there. If you can't find it, I just push through it. And there's also things that you need to know about how tight you hold your yarn. So my granddaughter, she like holds it so tight she can't get it through, and I'm like, you have to let go of your grip some. You have to know your strength on your grip, because it's gonna be too tight, and all the holes are just gonna be super tight, and it's gonna become just one mess. And she learned that. Now she's finally single crocheting, and yesterday she was doing that. She made a little dress for her doll. She said it was supposed to be a shirt, and it turned out to be a dress. Grandma, I said, hey, you know what? That's how we learn, and we make new things by our mistakes, because we learn from our mistakes, and our mistakes become something new for us, or something new for someone else. So there's no right or wrong, really. I mean, as long as it looks good to you. And see, there again, I have a little trouble because it's a darker color. Lighter colors for me seem to work better, and for my eyesight, I think it's right here. Let's see if I could get that, huh? That's a little trouble. Even if you've been doing it for years, you still have trouble. You can do those. I think right here it is. So it's got a little. So that's also another thing. If you're not paying attention to how tight you're holding it, some pieces will come out too loose, and then you'll think it's another piece that you're not supposed to be in it, but you are. So there's 1 and 2. Sorry about that. Okay, so take it, pull through those. So you have 3, right? And then again you'll have 2 again as you pull through. And try not to catch those strands on the sides of the loops, because that'll catch your work and mess it all up. So here's the other one right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's on my finger. Sorry if it's not that great of a tutorial, but I'm learning. I'm learning tutorials as you're learning to crochet. So we're learning together something new, and that's what I like about learning. Mistakes help us learn, so don't be afraid to make mistakes. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. I will work through this round with you, and maybe a few more. We'll see here. I don't want it to be too long of a video for you. But you always pause it and fast forward it, whatever you want to do. I hope you enjoy my videos. My second one so far, and I hope that it helps you learn something new, or helps you remember something that you knew from a child, like me. My neighbor taught me to refresh my memory on crocheting when I was in my, I think I was in my late 20s. I had 3 kids already. My youngest was a baby. He's 28, maybe 29 this month. The other 2 were in their 30s. Kids grow up fast. Now my grandkids are growing up fast. You know. So I'm 53, so I am a grandma for sure. But I enjoy my grandma time and my grandma relationships with our grandkids as well. My husband is a wonderful guy. He's been here through a lot with me. I had a brain tumor in 2010 removed through my nose, so I have no smell now. No sight in my left eye. Very different kind of lifestyle now. It was not cancer, so that's good. So these past 10, 15 years, about 15 years, I have taken to beading, which I can't do too much these days because of my neck and hands. I have, not to say too much about all that, but I have spinal stenosis in my neck and spine. I've been through a lot with the doctors, so this is what I got to go with now. And I have learned, and you'll learn too in life. Do what you can do, even if it's different from what you did before. Learn something new. Do something that you have always wanted to do, such as crafts like this, or art, drawing, anything. So yeah, I learned from a great teacher about my art, which is my mother. May she rest in peace. So yeah. Also has installed the creative side of me. So we reached the end of this row, and that's what it's starting to look like with a single crochet. So double crochet you have, and then triple crochet you have after that. Treble crochet they call it sometimes. In the UK I believe it's treble. I think it was. Pardon me if I'm not 100% correct. I think I need to go through that. See that little piece right there? I think it'll be fine though, because yeah, it's just the way it was laid. Now yarn is very tedious sometimes because it will shred, it will kink up, and inside the skein itself, these will, if you're working through these, you pull through the top, like so. That's what I do. And it keeps going and going and going. But inside there you'll have, they call yarn spaghetti, or at least I do. And that will make it knot up on the inside, so I'll be careful with that. I have other spring colors here, so this one is one of my favorites too. Got a black, and pink. I want to get some more soon. I do know that it takes 2 of these at least. 2 of these to make a scarf. 3 if you want it longer. So I'll have to, I pair it up with another color just to get it through to where I want, the length I want. Your average scarf is about 60 inches. Previous one I just made, my lilac one, which I don't have on hand at the moment, it's downstairs, darn it. It is about 50 inches or 53 inches or 55. And I gave it to my granddaughter. Oops, I was starting to double crochet because that's just how it, oops. So, in through, pull through 2 hoops on your hook, 1 hoop on your hook, push through that center, that part of the V, you'll see how it opens up right there? Now you go underneath that. So pull through, and pull through 2. And you got that right there, see? It's pretty simple. Then you'll have this, see it's right here. There's 2, there's the V that you made with the hook. That's the shape of the hook, as you notice. Then you take it around, pull through that gently, and pull through 2. And sometimes there's hooks that will have a little tiny catch in them, like there's a batch I have over there that will catch the yarn. It does it every time. And if soft yarn, all yarn will do it, but soft yarn will snag and it will mess up your work and make you start over however many times. So you just have to really turn your hook right and try to be very careful, even if it'll catch it. I will work through this next row, I think, and that should be good for you, right? If not, pause the video. Not pause, but slow the video down, or you can rewind, pause it, do it to your work, and then pause, do it what you want to do, your part of the work, and then continue again once you're there. And that is exactly how I taught myself all this other stuff, like flowers and bags and gloves, booties, cowl scarves. They wrap around your neck and in one loop, like, so those are nice and cozy to wear. What else we got? All kinds of things. You could do sweaters, shirts, skirts. I've seen people do whole outfits. I've crocheted an Afghan for my youngest, our oldest now. He was a baby, my grandson. I crocheted an Afghan with his name on it. I made my youngest granddaughter baby clothes, which of course now she cannot wear. She put them on her dolls before. And then I made some Mickey Mouse things, like backpacks, 2 backpacks I made, sold one. Headbands, make bracelets, friendship bracelets, what my granddaughter also loves to make. And what else we got? Hair clips, earrings even. You can make crocheted earrings. Just put a hook on it, whatever you feel like making, in a design that you feel like. Bedspreads, towels, dish towels, curtains. It's amazing what yarn can do. All those amazing, fun, and rewarding accomplishments you can make with yarn. And for yourself, for gifts, for a family member, for friends, to sell a craft boutique. Like I've done that before too. You make little coin purses. I might do a tutorial on coin purses. Washcloths are easy. Scarves are pretty easy for me. It's basically your general stitch. A long, super long rectangle, right? Anyway, I'm nearing that last stitch on this round, and this is mine. I think this would be my third or second, possibly, because the chain stitch 1, 2, yes. 2 rounds for you. We're done. And so I hope this video was helpful and could teach you a lot. When you're done with the crochet project, you just pull this through, and then you cut it and make it like a knot. I do a double knot by looping it twice and pulling it tight. I don't want to cut the yarn yet, so this is going to be like pulled through, and then that would be fastened off, and you just pull it tight. But this won't slide through because it'll be a knot. Hopefully that's helpful. Maybe when I'm done with this, I can show you that. Here's for 2 rows of single crochet with my favorite 5.0 hook. Over here I've got these stitch markers are my favorite. There's 2 different kinds. This one I found, or this brand or whatever, this one snagged my yarn and I wasn't too happy. These will too, but not as bad. These you just put through very easily wherever you want to start. Count your rows or what you need to have marked, like that. So this one here, you just stick it through. It's nice, but I think the other ones kind of can come undone. I mean, fall off if you move them too much. But this one just hooks us safely on the safety pin. Yeah. But it's snagged, so you have to be very careful. Probably because of the pieces of plastic, but yeah. So here's my colors. I will be getting some more yarn sooner or later. This is a crochet bag that I bought recently. There's my little work shop. And there's holes on the side that you have here. I did mention it in my other video, but you put the yarn through here. Let's see, find some. So you just put it through here like this. It's a little bit awkward, but it works. Let's see. I just push it through my finger, and it comes through like that, and you just keep doing that. You still end up with this in a tangle every now and then, so you have to work those out. And be very careful with your tangles. I cannot express it enough. If you pull too tight, you're going to have a million knots. If you pull too much, you're going to have a million strands of spaghetti. It's going to be like this. This is towards the end of this one, lilac one. So it becomes very loose. It's not going to stay like that, you know, because it's going to be less of it. It comes like spaghetti, see? If you're not careful, it will knot up like crazy, and you'll ruin your yarn. Taking out the yarn is a little pain, you know, but it helps to make yarn balls, actually. See, so if you want to make a yarn ball, I'm hoping to do so. Hoping to get a yarn spinner soon. I'll be getting that soon, because I really want one. But I just started by wrapping around a couple. Actually, if you want a bigger, just wrap around your hand and keep going and going and going. Going like this. Wrap. And you have that like that. It's pretty self-taught there. Self-explanatory. This hurts my neck and hands, so I have to be careful. So spinal stenosis in my neck and spine, and I lock up and all that good stuff. I started crocheting again. I stopped for about 4 years, this past 4 years, and started just drawing my heart out. But I got inspired by my youngest granddaughter again. She was, "Grandma, please teach me to crochet. I want to make stuff for my friends at school because they made me some bracelets." I'm like, "Okay, sure." And so I taught her that, and she got happy with just chaining, because that's how you start all your projects, you know, the chaining. And so she made bracelets for her friends. They're like, "What's this?" And "This is crochet." And they're all excited. And a couple people at our school do crochet, and a young man crochets too. That was really cute. It was at a talent show that he showed us. It was so cute. I don't know, he's probably about her age, so maybe 9, 10, something like that, 8. And he's up there crocheting away. I was like, how awesome is that? Anyway, my granddaughter sang a beautiful song, and it was a nice, lovely evening a few weeks back. And that's when she started. Actually, it's been a month, maybe 2. And so that's how I started teaching her. And that is what has inspired me to put kid-friendly videos out there. Kid-friendly, adult-friendly, you name it. No, not adult-friendly, but for adults, for crocheting, as I would like to say. Adults can watch kid-friendly videos as well. So, with that being said, I am continuing this ball over to this part. You wrap it around like that. It's pretty easy. And another funny thing is, I'll make yarn balls for the kids. We'll play catch with them. They love it. So, I bet your cats will love it too. I don't know how many cats. I just have 2 pretty, beautiful parakeets, Spirit and Sky. Spirit is a girl. She's just about 6 years old. Spirit is a boy. He's 4 years old. Sky is a girl. She's nearing 6 or 7, I believe. She's pretty white and blue. That's why I named her Sky. Spirit, he was full of spirit. That's why I named him that. And their pictures are on my YouTube cover. I think I have one video down there of them. They're very sweet. But you know, birds, they're not the friendliest, but I still enjoy their company. And their beautiful music they make. They're my favorite animal. I love all animals, but birds, any birds, just especially little parakeets I could hold and talk to and listen to their chirps. I think their chirps are the most beautiful. to my excuse me, the most beautiful to my ears. So here's your rounded ball here of yarn. See, and once you start going with that, I'm also going to be buying myself a yarn bowl, so that way you have a continuous stretch of yarn of the amount you need or desire for your project. So that way it still can kink up and knot up, so be careful, but it's more of a smooth go when you have in a ball or some kind of just over and over than what comes into the stores, because those skeins will get you some knots inside the center, and you work on the outside, it doesn't roll as well either. For me, I found a yarn ball works the best. And there's one of them. Anyway, I can make a bunch out of all these if I wished. I could put them in my basket, or I really want to get a wooden yarn book, because there's holes, there's strings, like certain ones have holes for your thread, for your yarn to go through and everything, such as I did here. It's the same as concept as that, and I think they're pretty neat looking as well. And they're handmade, which is nice. Handmade is the best, right? On that note, I hope you have a great day, and I'll be posting more videos, preferably next week, maybe, or soon. Let's see what thing here. And yarn hooks, crochet hooks, measuring tape. Very handy to have. You need to know your measurements for your work. And I got these cute little scissors, came with a kit. Came with this bag. This was on sale online, so I just got it. All that came together with these. These are 2 sets of hooks. So I had purchased 3 sets of hooks recently. I've got these. My granddaughter uses these aluminum ones. It also came with knitting, but I don't knit, so I just crochet. So 3 different sets of crochet hooks I bought recently to start doing this again, because we all need to keep busy with our lives, right? Nature, everything, the beach. I love the beach, but I can't walk on the beach anymore. But I do get to go with my husband every now and then to sit and have lunch on the parking right next to the water, which is beautiful. Yeah, I guess I should stop now, and next video will be about, I believe, double crochet. So stay tuned. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Oh no! It did crochet. I thought it paused. Anyway, have a great day, y'all. Stay happy and crochet.